Here we've got the FortrezZ wireless Siren strobe alarm. This is the SSA2 model, and I'm just going to do a quick unbox for you to show you what comes in the box. So this is the box that it comes in. I already removed all the protective packaging so we don't have to take it out of bubble wrap and things, but you get a Siren strobe alarm, a plug adapter, and a user manual. You can see here the two different versions, basically the same exact thing, except one's got a red lens, the other one's got the clear lens. Some people want, a clear lens so they don't see the red on the wall, for example. Then this plug adapter here just plugs into a 110 outlet, and this allows you to plug it in for simple installation. Now you could also use these without the power adapter if you just want to plug it in. Remove the wire cable out of the terminal block and run it just on your 9-volt battery. That might give you about 6 months of use depending on what you're using it for, but if it just sits on the wall sitting idle, it might last about 6 months. Now this is also the wall plate. So this comes off. You would mount this onto your wall with the 2 screws that come in the box. Mount this up on the wall, and then you just go with your Siren once it's paired to the network and pop it in there. It's really simple. Here's what the back of it looks like. I've got the 9-volt battery already installed. Out of the box it comes in its own sealed packaging, so you have to add that separately. Here's what that looks like. Right now it's not plugged in, and this one is plugged in. Okay, so I will plug it in now. You can see it's blinking. Every once in a while it blinks because it's powered by the 9-volt battery. I'm just going to run this to the power. Now it's plugged in. And if you press the status button, which is on the back side of the unit, it's going to give you a couple of flashes for status indication. I'm going to just show you how to do a quick self-test. The program button on the back side says program switch. To self-test, you just press and hold this for 2 seconds or longer and it will start to sound. So here we go. Yep, that's very loud. You can see that it was flashing the strobes, and it also sound the siren, which is at 105 dB. It's very loud. It will create ear damage if you're real close. Some applications, common applications would be, right, it's an intrusion alarm, so you'd want to put this in an entry foyer or in a hallway. If an intrusion happens, this thing is right there to alert the intruder to get out, or to alert the homeowner that something's wrong, something happened. If you want it more visible, we'd recommend go with a red. It's going to catch the eye a little bit better. If you want it to be a little bit more hidden, more discreet, go with the clear lens. They both work in the same way. They're both just as loud, just as bright, just the aesthetics. You can either mount this on a ceiling, and again, if you use, this one's got the mounting bracket. This can be mounted either on a ceiling or on a vertical wall. You just screw this into the wall, then pop your siren onto it. So this orientation or top-down orientation works pretty good. It's really just user preference and your location. So yeah, put it where you would want it to make a lot of noise. We don't recommend necessarily bedrooms, hallways, entry foyers, large rooms, all really good locations for placing this. An additional use case that you can do with these are you can have a silent alarm or you can have it just strobe only. So within your controller, you're able to configure it so that you can have it do just your strobe feature, which we call the silent alarm. Nice feature about that is if you don't want it waking you up in the middle of the night, it's not something super urgent, you can use this as a notification device just visually when you pass by. Example would be if you've got a water leak. It's probably not a big leak, you don't have multiple sensors going off, you don't want it alarming you right in the middle of the night, waking you up, but you do want it letting you know as soon as you are around and walking through the hallway, you'll see this thing flashing. That's good enough indication. Or you could have it not do the flash and just do the siren only. So you're able to control that just based on the dim value that is in the controller. This shows up as like a dimmer switch, and the first third of the dim value is going to be your strobe feature. The second third, 34% to 66%, would be your siren only feature, and then full on, of course, is both. And depending on which controller, which Z-Wave controller you have, they do things a little bit differently. Some of the better controllers already have them so that you can just press a button, strobe only. Another button has siren only. Other ones just have a slider bar like you'd have for a dimmer light switch, and you can set it to control it that way.